MAKKARI is, as you can see, is a new character to the game, and she is, of course, a speed type character. So, Kim, for those of you for those audiences out there that don't know who MAKKARI is, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of a rundown?
Well, like you mentioned, MAKKARI is the speedster of the Eternals. She is devoted to protecting humankind from the deviants. She is has a lot of different powers, a lot of abilities that are frequent among the Eternals, including cosmic energy manipulation, extreme force generation, shockwave generation, and of course, superhuman speed. MAKKARI is the fastest woman in the universe, so they say. Yes.
Interesting. So, of course, there's a lot to go on with this character. I'm not going to go fully into all the description, but one thing I'll just highlight, for example, for some of her passive skills, such as her Tier 2 passive skill, the Sonic Dodge, it grants a guaranteed dodge rate of plus 30% and decreases damage received by 30%. That's just for her Tier 2. But enough of her passive skills.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and see some of her skills in the field. And something I want to highlight just before we start, especially the developers wanted me to emphasize this a lot more with this current update, is that a lot of certain stats are still currently in development and are still under a little bit of construction. So whatever we say may not be present in the final build. Just something to keep that in mind.
All right. Thanks for adding that, Cage.
Yep. We're going to go ahead and jump in and see some of these skills. That's quite an entrance. All right, go ahead and start off.
Love a good entrance.
That's right. Skill number 1, of course, is a basic attack. Interesting, this basic attack, it actually creates a projectile, a little bit of a blast attack there. So you can see people in the back getting struck as well. If I get closer, it's about the same too. Interesting. Sweet. And about skill 1. Moving on to skill number 1, which is, I was talking about the basic attack earlier. This is skill number 1. That's nice. This is called the Psionic Punch. Now take a look at one more time and see all the just the area of effect this works. Yeah, she comes in,
It's a nice one too, right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deals anybody hit by the first initial attack will be given stun, but if you notice, the attack goes a lot further out, and anybody caught in range is hit by the blast. I have to restart it because every time she hits, everyone gets spread further out. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to skill number 2, which actually is a counter attack. This is how it looks just with the basic. You can go ahead and actually have the enemy attack first.
Okay, do that counter.
There we go. This is the skill number 2, which is the limit unlock. Again,
It's a little different.
she does a little bit of a sweep kick there. Turn off the DI for this one. Again, as I mentioned, this is a counter attack, which actually fractures opponents while leaving them incapacitated and paralyzed. Just one more time. Nice. We'll move on to these guys over here. For skill number 3, let's take a look.
Ooh, nice.
This is the Tectonic Shift. This grants damage immunity while also accumulating true damage dealt to enemies regardless of their defense dodge rate.
Like an earthquake almost.
We move on to skill number 4, which is a pretty neat little skill. I'm going to actually reset it. Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
we're
do
not,
that
I'm not
again.
going to do that.
I'd like to
with
see
a
that
better
again.
angle.
Whoa.
Yep, a little bit of a zigzag motion there. Let's do it one more time. This is the Psionic Sprint. This is a swift stunning strike, which actually deals about 60% of your physical attack.
Nice. Yeah, that's really fast. I appreciate your showing it more than once.
Yeah, these skills are very, especially being with the Eternals, all their skills are very visually, a lot more cinematic and look a lot more visually appealing. So let's try that again. As you can see, she zigzags back and forth and comes all the way back. Go ahead and move on to skill number 5. This is the Cosmic Cyclone. See, she runs around, traps her enemies. Do it one more time. Now, this is a paralyzing attack that actually ignores your opponent's damage immunity while granting MAKKARI a little bit of immunity of her own. Not only that, also
I like the
increases her
depiction of super speed.
Yeah. Not only that, it also increases her basic damage for her next attack by 100%. Time. Now, of course, she does, as you can see there, she actually has a Transcendent Potential or Awakened skill. We're not going to go over that just yet. I'll tell you the reason why soon. First, I'm going to go ahead and go into the developer notes, see what they have to say. So, according to the developers, they actually say she is a well-rounded character for both PvP and PvE. The reason being, for PvE, after gaining the Skill 3 defensive buff, which is referring to this skill right here, she's also able to attack with skills 4 and 5, allowing you to chain the hits a little bit better. And for PvP, with the aid of her second skill, which is also, as I mentioned earlier, which is a counter attack, she has a high dodge rate. So overall, Makkari is great for attack and defense. Further developer tip, they mentioned it would be effective to begin a combo with skills 3 to get the accumulated damage, then increase your attack skill using skills 4 and 5. So we're going to go ahead and test out their recommended skill combo, which is 3 cancel, 4 cancel, and 5. Let's try it out. Nice. You can see her racking up those hits. Right, and that does it for just the basic modern uniform of Makkari. Well, that's not it though. We have a lot more to go on to go with that. I'll tell you why in just a moment. So of course.